Yeah. Hey, what it do? It's your girl, Miss V, live from Straight Talk with Miss V, in the building, ready to cut up as usual because cutting up is what I did. Let me introduce my guest. Start from left to right.
It's your boy Sam Speaks from the Bro Show. What's going on, y'all?
And we have our guest.
Lamont McGinnis, a.k.a. Money.
Lamont, need you close to your mic so we can make sure the folks hear you, because they'll be quick to say, we can't hear.
And my name Money. Real name, Government Lamont McGinnis.
Please, and don't forget, he liked to say McGinnis. He liked to say that part. He make sure he put that in
It
there.
ain't about my first name, it's about my last.
There you go. There you go. All right, so real quick, y'all, bear with me for one quick second while I do this and share this on everybody page because
What's up, Shantae?
okay, Shantae in the building already. That's why I like her. I like her. Shantae, you ain't on my page, but that's all right, though.
I'm Bogart on V Show today.
That's all right, though. So in the real quick, so what we're gonna start off with is I don't want to say Lamont giving us his spill on being wrongfully accused. Can I say that?
Yeah, I can touch on it briefly.
Yeah, briefly, what you can tell us. Yeah.
Going to no case, stuff like I mentioned, litigation. So,
You on Facebook? I'm sorry.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, under my name.
All right, I'm looking for it.
So, I told a story before that I had a childhood friend who my mother hated as a child, and
I can't
she told me
find
don't
it.
play with him. Like, but I snuck and played with him anyway. And I was just thinking earlier, I really went against my mother. Like, I was like, I don't care what you're doing, it's my own boy. You know, long story short, he wound up testifying against me in court.
Wow.
And, you know, I was convicted. So we're going to leave it there. So I was convicted, and they get snatched out of my bedroom like that.
Ooh.
Right,
At what age?
and I wasn't at
At what
18.
age?
I had just turned 18. And I wasn't a good boy by no stretch of the imagination. I was always considered badass Lamont. Right? So that's why I think it was easier for people to believe that I had done it.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
And he was my
They
friend.
was
Why
judging
would
the
he lie?
character. They was judging
But
the
so
character.
many wrongful convictions coming out, so many jailhouse informants, so much stuff coming out that now you like, God damn. Back then, why would he say that? Or why would you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how it was. So me getting arrested, and then I wound up getting out on bail. So the case was weak.
Stay to your mic.
Okay, sorry. The case was weak. So I came out on bail. Was out on bail for a year, thinking that I was going
Make it
to
out.
know the truth. Long story short, I was convicted. Couldn't even imagine as a child. Now I'm facing the penitentiary. I go past there all the time. I know men that's there, right?
Wow. And how old were you?
I was 18.
18.
I just turned 18.
Wow.
So I got convicted, and now I got to wrap my mind around this happening.
This is really happening.
Right.
Had you ever been locked up before then?
No, I was arrested as a juvenile.
You
like
you
petty
you-
theft.
Yeah, little stuff. Go ahead home.
All of my friends had went away to training school.
Okay.
All of them, right? I was the only one that never went to training. I was the only one that ever got caught.
Yeah.
We were still in cars, always got away, right? So, where was that? So, everybody,
Miss you, Sequoia.
it was easy for people to believe
Sorry.
it, but, so now I'm going into this jungle, and now I gotta become a beast, right? I gotta become an animal.
Would be beast. Yeah.
That wasn't in my nature,
Right.
right? So that just wasn't me. I like to fight since I was a kid. Like that's all of my fights came from just being, like, you know what I'm saying? The insecurities that we have as men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want to
Can't
break my
shine.
spirit.
Some people don't like
Yeah,
to see you shine.
all of my childhood fights in school, on the street, a nigga won't break your stir. I ain't breaking my stir. What's up? What's up with you? What's up? What you want? It was
Been there.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then and look, I'm looking at you, man. You about I weighed 120.
Right.
So you a little nigga. You kind of got a chip on your shoulder anyway.
Hey, Duke Bell. Hey, Monica. Hey, Sabrina.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Shantae, thank you for leaving Sam Page and jumping over here. Love you, boo. Sorry, Sam. She came on my page.
It's cool.
So with that, so me having that mentality, I'm going into prison.
Mm-hmm.
But I always been mild man. I never was a bully or try to go for bad.
Right.
Right? Because I was always little. So, but I just wasn't going for a lot. But I went to prison. I just happened to meet a lot of good men who groomed us and taught us the code of conduct of prison, which is missing today.
Question.
Yeah.
Muslim?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Taught us the code. I became Muslim.
Slide your chip just a little bit, just to get
I became Muslim in prison, right? Like
the camera went off.
About a year after being in prison.
How did that help you with your discipline?
All right.
It helped, but I still struggled. You know, I stayed in front of the show, boy. You know what I mean? They always
Hey, Eric, thanks for tuning in.
I wasn't getting no lashes, man. I just wasn't that far in my game that I could accept them. But I always tried to do my best, man. I was struggling, man. I was struggling with trying to wrap my mind around what I was going through.
I'm in this situation. The amount of time that
getting your growth to a man sped up.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
quickly.
Yeah.
Now,
I think talking to people who, especially my
Stay
best
up,
friend,
stay up.
especially my best friend, you like, man,
Just slide your chair closer so you can be
that was like always in you. It's just like that. Me going to prison is just like enhanced me, and I became a man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like Knowledge was saying when I commented, like there's attributes for being a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
It's
said that
different from being
yesterday.
An adult male.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So I was raised by some good men. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them home, a lot of them didn't make it out. But you know, I always salute them. Even when I see him out here now, I seen Dennis Wise down the market one day. I'm working down there, like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They was legends. I come into prison, I'm hearing about Dennis Wise and Bruce Wise from Diagnostics. I'm like, but then I finally got a chance to meet him.
Right.
I went to cut in the dorm with him. You know what I'm saying? I sat on his bunk, man. He schooled me to a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to do the same thing to the kids coming behind us, but it's hard with them kids in there now, man.
And that's the difference now with children. I was saying yesterday that my nephew went in at 14 and charged as an adult. And he went to something, then they sent me to something that's called Outback. And I had nightmares from that day forward. Like yesterday was my first time saying his name out loud in like 15 years. And he got.
Is he in population?
And now he stayed, I think, at ice cream and cookies. I don't know who is that. Oh, that's you. The young lady said she can barely hear you. That's because he's sitting handsome. He's sitting back on that, but we got him. Shantae said, LOL, I'm trying to be equal. I'm still your friend too. So she's trying to stay on both our page, Sam. Shout out to everybody that's viewing. Kevin, hey, White Lock, what's Dominic, Monette, Dennis Eaton. We got Denise Eaton. We got a lot of people tuning in right now. The show is pretty important. I wonder, so you said you went in at 18, and your stretch was how long? 32 years.
What year did you go in?
I was convicted November the 19th of 1992.
It's crazy how them numbers stick with you, right?
Yeah. Well, look, the crazy thing, I was arrested November the 19th of 91. So I was convicted.
So they waited a year to the date.
Did they wait until you was an adult?
It wasn't the 19th. I was sentenced on the 19th. I was convicted on the 13th. Friday the 13th, actually. That's how I remember.
Spooky.
So did they say that? So they hit you with you was 17 or 18 when you got arrested?
I was 18.
I got
and I was 19 by the
a
time.
comment for you. Monette said, "Can you turn off your Billy D. Williams voice and speak up into the mic?"
Okay.
Monette say you trying to be sexy. Oh, Monette, that's what it is. My bad, Lamont. We need you to speak like,
Ichi Gordo.
I sound just like him.
right? But Sam got his mic closed. But they do it to Sam too. When he be in here chilling like this, they be like, we can't hear. They get him
If I
too.
go in, mine would really sound like Billy D.
Yeah, she said, Tell him to turn off. Now she crying laughing.
Any,
See how tell him to turn off the Billy D voice.
You had kids before you went? Or?
Yeah, my son was 2, and my baby mother was 7 months pregnant.
Wow.
So my daughter was born
while you were gone
in January. Actually, I got convicted in November. She was born in January.
How's your relationship with them after the bit? Trying to build, like y'all was talking, doing your bit, like some kind of communication when they got a little older.
I'm not going to bash on kids' mother, right? You know, because I forgave her. I forgave her. There was one time I never imagined forgiving her, right? Okay. So, and then we were kids.
That's why I was
about to say. Y'all were young.
Probably,
18.
Your age, she had no understanding.
In a year's time, you know, I was telling her, like, man, I'm facing life sentence. And then she got pregnant. I was like, we weren't trying to get abortion. I wound up rolling with it, and then I get convicted. So she wound up, you know, finding somebody else, right? And then I knew the dude. I knew him. He knew more of me than I knew. I just heard his name, but he knew of me. So, and he was in jail when she met him. So, like, he was on his way home. And then so I told him, I said, look, bro, they my kids. That's my family.
Yeah.
I mean, everything to me, man. Just, you know what I mean? Honor them. I don't care. You know what I mean? He turned out to be a shitball. Oh, right? He turned out to be a shitball. Had to send some niggas down there a couple times, and that like killed my relationship with her. Then I was fucking up. I'm in the jungle. I'm out back.
You can't help but
I'm
fuck
back.
up.
I'm in a war zone.
Cause I heard the Outback is horrible.
I was in a war zone, so so I wound up. The thing with me and Kim happened. Right? So I wound up spending a whole year on lockup. Right? I did a year behind the door for that situation, and during that time,
I want to speak on that. Finish, but I want to speak on that.
So during that year, she had met somebody else. That dude ran the other dude away. Oh, shit. And I was glad, but it turned out to be the worst thing that could happen.
Because he was worse than, I was about to say.
Now they isolating me.
And you got a year of nothing.
You in your head.
I'm about 2 weeks ready to come off lockup from doing that year. And I wasn't able to get in touch with her. And then I couldn't get on the phone, so I got on the phone one day. I called her. I was like, man, I'm ready to come off. I want to see my kids. And she like, I already tell you, mom, come get them. By the time I came off, my mom was like, I called her. She said she don't want the kids coming to jail no more. Damn. I was like, what's she doing? Identity crisis. I had to blow over. It didn't.
Of course.
It didn't blow over
until
like
that way for some minutes. Yeah, I was about to say for some years.
I had wound up taking her to court. Man, I'm down at courthouse battling for visitation. And it was devastating to me, man, because my kids.
On top of what you already going to do.
Everything to me, man.
Yeah.
Like
because I could imagine you was you using that for your that light to keep your mind right.
Sorry.
Real quick, let me just read this real quick. Monette said, just tell him put his chin on the microphone. I don't know if she's trying to be sexy or what.
I think
but
you just want to hear my voice.
Yeah. But Bruce just came through and Bruce said volume. So Bruce is a man's man, so he can't hear you. But Monette sound like she just trying to get up on it.
I think I'm sounding just like y'all.
So back to my question, was your kids kind of like your strength that was kind of keeping you with your mindset to
being in that 1 year lockup?
Because I we all got friends that did them bits.
No, I mean,
and you trying, yeah.
The answer is no.
Okay.
I really had to disengage.
Okay.
I had to disengage.
So you detached
I was great
from
at
I
that.
had to. I had to. It was killing me.
Because I would think that would kill you inside, not being able to see them and who raising them.
With different women, they got kids.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, they kids love me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then one person I was dealing with, her kid was in my son's
class.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yo, it was.
Wow.
I was going through some emotional roller coasters, right?
So, question about solitary. Wow. Is that where you kind of got it together a little bit?
I was illiterate when I went to prison, right?
Okay.
So I could read a little bit. I'm totally young. I was functionally illiterate.
Mm-hmm.
If I seen a book, if it ain't had no pictures in it, honestly, I wasn't reading it.
Fucking
I can admit that now.
Right.
I was so ashamed to admit that before, right? But being on lockup, I'm hearing these niggas in the door. They talking about these Donald Gone novels, right? They talking about these stories and these. I'm like, damn, bro. So I'm entertained just by listening to them. I was like, man. Then they said, you want to check the book out? Yeah, let me check the book out. You know, so I just thought, just
So how did you learn
Teaching
how to
yourself.
read?
yeah, I just
You
kept,
taught yourself.
I knew how to read. I just kept going sticking with it. Just
Yeah.
kept sticking with it. And then and in intervals while I was coming off lockup, I was going to school, trying to get my GED, right? So I think, man, I can't even tell you a period when it like clicked. I was just like, I know when I finished the whole book from cover to cover.
You felt that
I felt it. I
You
felt
felt
it.
good. It felt good.
Yeah,
It felt good.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
motherfucker like,
and
yeah,
it was Kenyatta's last hit. You know what I'm saying? It was $1,000.
So look, I got this saying right, and I'm gonna test my theory a little
Real
bit.
quick, let me read this comment because that's from Twin.
Yeah,
Kermit
talking
Folks
about
said,
what
no, he just said, I just saw that good brother the other day at the Returning Citizen Award ceremony.
Who was that?
That's Kermit Folks.
Okay, what's up, bro? How you doing?
That's
then,
my twin. Hey, twin.
I got a theory, right? And I got this saying that I say the lack of education leads to frustration or incarceration or ultimately death. A lot of us wind up in some of these situations we in because we not educated. And we get in certain situations and it creates frustration, which leads to anger, and then we not thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, from what you just said on some real shit, you was literally one reading. Do you think that's where you was at in life? You was
Like
a little
frustrated, angry.
You told me once I was already
No,
there.
just
When you was there
this
before
period
you
in
started
life,
the reading.
before you even got to your bit and all of that.
I would say I was. I think I was lost. I was just one of these.
And
kids
that's
out
a
there
form
and
of
just-
frustration because
yeah.
it's like it
And I
creates
was rebelling.
frustration.
I was definitely rebelling in school.
And you
because-
act
yeah,
out.
Act out
Yeah.
because first you got teachers that try to humiliate you.
Yes.
Try to get you
course,
standing
of
up
course.
in the middle of the class. And then test day, I'm definitely ducking test day. You know what I'm saying? So, and then really just other than that, I wouldn't say it had me frustrated out there because I was always kind
You won't figure it out.
focused. Yeah,
Yeah, you gonna figure it out. Yeah.
Mon, that's it.
I think that's a
Preach.
natural trait of black men. We gonna figure it out.
That's the
You know what I
thing.
mean?
That's the thing about.
So I'm doing that.
That's
I'm
one great
figuring it
thing
out.
about black people. If we ain't got it, we gonna figure out a way. We gonna get it. We gonna get it done.
For sure.
I'm gonna sit and tell my story.
What made
like
you
that
go
one of these days?
in the Muslim cause? How you get there?
You must come out the feds.
No, I ain't never did no time.
So let me say this. So everybody follow the religion of their family. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So if your family was Christian, you was Christian. If they was Muslim, you been Muslim. They was Jews, you been Jew.
Yeah.
Right? So I was Christian. I got baptized in Mount Zion on Belvedere. Right? So me going into prison, I was going to church, definitely trying to seek a higher power, right?
Right.
I'm going in this church at Patuxent, man. It's so many homosexuals in there. The leadership was homosexual.
It was
right?
fucked up.
And
Okay.
one time we was in Bible study, I seen a nigga flicking his tongue at the other nigga. That was it.
He was out.
That was it. I never went back. So I just started going to the different Muslim service. I went to Moor Science first. Then I went to Nation Islam. Then I went to the Sunni community. I was like, this was different. Like this was different. So
Can I ask you a question? What was the Moor Science like?
the Moor Science and the Nation of Islam, the way they talk is very inspiring. It's inspiring. It's about us, about black people, right? Well, that's what's kind of what I really.
But they
think.
differ somewhere.
They differ in what they believe.
Their beliefs is
Uriah
different.
Ali is their prophet. Nation of Islam believe Elijah Muhammad is their prophet.
Okay, I'm just asking. My mother was murdered by her husband. He was more science, and I never thought to look into it. Like, what were they teaching him? But that's why I
Teaching
asked.
them that.
Yeah, they definitely
They
weren't teaching
wasn't
them
teaching
that.
them that.
Yeah,
I mean, that was some psychological stuff he had going on by himself.
yeah.
But so in the Sunni community, it actually,
Please, Monette, stop it. She's now flicking her tongue at you because you said something about flicking tongues. Monette, look,
Behave, goddamn it.
behave, girl. Dang.
I'm gonna tell you what we gonna do. We gonna excuse me one second, money. We gonna get a lot of these brothers We gonna get them live so y'all can come out.
Next Wednesday,
That's-
be
I
live
already
at the
know where
group.
y'all minds is at.
Be there
goddamn.
next Wednesday. We're gonna be live at the group.
Yeah, we gonna get these
This
brothers
girl
to
is.
come out live.
He said something about flicking tongue. She flicking her tongue. You said that somebody in the service was flicking her tongue at another guy,
okay.
so she flicked her tongue at you.
How you just flicking at me?
Yeah, cause when you said it, she put the flick in the tongue. Yeah, there you go. So she was flicking it at you. I'm here every week. She ain't done it to me yet. Flick your tongue at me, Monette. I'm saying.
So I have a question for you. So you're going in at 18. What was the first day like on it? Because I think a lot of people want to need to know that journey you was taking. 18 years old,
Ooh.
first time in jail, facing what you was facing, and where you were at that particular time.
Well, I'm gonna get to you like this. So, when the jury came back and said guilty, right? On my transcripts, once I got my transcripts, and they start reading out the verdict saying guilty of all the charges, and my transcripts is saying, "Fuck y'all, fuck all y'all." I never remember saying that. I never remember saying it. All I heard was my mother crying behind me and my baby mother kicking that door open, running out the courtroom. That's all I remember, right? So then they wouldn't even let my mother hug me.
Wow.
They made all of them leave. I sat right there until court because we ended late. We ended late that night, right?
Yeah, normally they had the sheriff walk people out.
Yeah, so I sat in the courtroom for a second. The homicide detectives, who, I didn't even really think about this. So they had to leave early that day, but once they must have called them when the verdict came
back.
So
They
once
come
I was
back.
sitting in there, they came in there, was laughing like ha 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 ha. So I'm just like sitting there like, man, shit, like damn, couldn't believe they did that. Right?
Yeah.
And then for all this stuff, really, the plot is just crazy. But anyway, so they wind up walking me, because this was in the old post office. They wind up walking me out the front door of the old post office over to Clarence Mitchell.
Where the
Yeah,
buses
so
be.
they wanted, I don't know, Bando was late. I think I went with somebody else. So they walked me over. They was walking me over there to put me in that bullpen. So they walked me across the street.
Outside, Calvert.
Yeah. So as I'm walking down Roland Walker's office, my lawyer's office is right there in Light Street, the Light building, that building right there. So as I'm walking across the street, my family must have went to the lawyer's office.
Wow.
After the
So you
verdict.
can see them.
They coming out.
Oh, dear, and
So
see you
I'm
crossing
walking
the
up the
street.
street in handcuffs, right? And you know, my mother would, they was just like, "I love you, be strong, hold your head up, don't worry, just hold your head up."
I don't think people understand how devastating that is to your mother.
So how?
That's what I wanted.
That's what I was going to say. Like, how did you feel? Like hearing her say that, and you walking across the street, knowing what you ready to face.
Inspired. I felt like I was gonna go in here and I was gonna survive. Right? I was gonna go in
that's
whatever it is,
good.
I was gonna survive.
That's good.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
That was inspiring me. And they was like, "Man, we got you back. We got you."
We're here.
Yeah, but then like just talking like 30-something years later,
Jesus.
all of the people who left, you know what I mean? All the people
That
that
passed.
abandoned me,
Yeah.
and I ran a lot of people away because I'm fighting.
Was that
to get
because
out.
your frustration to get
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, and I'm.
Because I got
Everybody look at me like a drill sergeant. Like I used to give orders. Like,
Yeah,
yo, I need you
'cause
to do
my
this,
man-
do that, do
so-
that. Yo, and then they don't do. I'm mad. Like, yo, why
Tell
you
me-
do that?
tell
I
me
asked you to do this last week.
And
Get
then
on
my
it.
homeboy's calling me, and I'm like, yo, what? I'm getting it from the other end.
Yeah.
know what I'm
You
saying?
seeing how I feel.
I'm saying how
Yeah,
I
because
feel.
I was
It's
my
overwhelming.
man, one of my homeboys, my man Fud, like he called home and we putting the money together for the lawyer run you shit phony, lawyer take the
money.
take the 20. You know what I'm saying? It's
20
like
stacks.
all that, and then it's like nigga, we starting this whole process over
We
again.
don't have a lawyer. You
Like,
got-
yeah,
you
it's
appeal
like
money now.
and it's like the way you can't really get mad at a guy that's bitten because of the way he talking to you. So it's me, I'm a very understanding because I look at life from different perspectives. But everybody, you can't talk to everybody like, yo, do something, go do. Like, nigga, who the fuck is you talking
Let me
to?
tell you
Like,
that's exactly what I
and my
go
man
through.
said, yo, you know what? I don't got to talk to you. Hang up on him, nigga. I don't got to deal with this shit. Like,
So how was you dealing with it? So like, who stayed there? Like actually took the calls and did.
That's it.
Yeah,
Mother and
ain't
that's
going
it.
nowhere. Your mother ain't going nowhere.
No, I had a lot of people rock, so I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing from nobody, right? For however amount of time they rock with me, right? It's just my abandonment. It's just my shit. It's just my abandonment issues that I'm dealing with, right? But my mother was the only one that didn't waver. She had her own little struggles, right?
Yeah.
Trying to cope with the shit that happened, and you know, she always was there.
And know that my
Never
child
turned
in
back
here,
on
he
me,
didn't
man.
even do what he did, what they accusing him of.
Right, but you know that wasn't. It's just like,
See, that's
we
a
was
different thing when you did something versus when
You didn't.
didn't do it. Cause I got
That's
home.
the
My
hard
man-
part.
My man Jay just come home.
Members think that I did.
That's what I'm saying. It's cause
Like,
His
family-
bad
people
ass is
start
always
trusting
doing
Then the
something.
gossip amongst the family, people not wanting to say shit. I'd rather them say it to my face. I guess they choose not to say it to my face how I react to shit. But
So how about the betrayal? How did that play?
the betrayal of the
As
back.
with your friend.
The friend who.
What? I don't even talk about.
you can't talk. That's part
Well,
of the
let's
case. You
leave that
can't talk
alone.
about
We'll leave that part
That's
alone.
gonna go into some other shit. But
Duke
yeah.
Bell said, true lovers and mothers. So basically, that's who stay. True lovers and mothers. So
I love us for a time.
because
even time makes a
That's
lie out of the
expired.
best.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to ask. And I was saving it for the group because I had some women that are coming next week. But like when women say, well, you know, I'm gonna be there, I'm with him. Do men really be in love with these women, or they just be using them for
love
the
women-
gateway?
I love the women that rock with me for the years that they rock with me, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I hold them so high on pedestals, right? Even to the point where they a lot of them abandoned me, but they can still call me to this day. They need me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, and I'm talking, I was in the game. I was hustling. So you had to be breaking the law. You had to be fucking with family days.
You was
Yeah.
in
You
that
gotta
living.
be doing
You was
something.
living.
You gotta be running some routes.
Family Day, get your skirt. Yeah.
Right under the table.
Right.
I was a professional. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, man, it's the women are
Yeah.
serious. Even during this fight to getting us out, it's the women.
Yeah.
I went to a nap. It's the women. You know what I'm saying? The
How was
podcast. It's the
how was
women.
that feeling?
Yeah.
It's the
How was
women.
that feeling knowing you was getting the fuck out of there?
So, man, listen. I had 4 irons in the fire. I had parole coming up. I put the 8505 in. Merle Mosby had the sentence review unit.
Break that down to 85. Everybody.
The
knows.
8505, 8507 it's a petition for drug treatment.
Okay.
Because for so many years, people was dealing with substance abuse issues, but couldn't get no treatment in prison.
In prison.
Right? So no way you're gonna get better and start rehabilitating.
If I ain't
You're
getting
not
no treatment,
So
right.
we didn't got everything else but the treatment. So
Right.
it was an avenue to start letting people out who
Right.
deserve to be out. Right? So so I had, and then what was that? 8505 sentence review, parole, and one other thing I had in the file. Something else I had in the file. But the the innocent. My
Yeah,
innocent.
you're
How
innocent.
could I forget that?
Right,
Should've been
right.
Should've been number one. So parole was the least one thing I thought I was gonna win. Right? Because my adjustment history is terrible. They told me in
your jacket's
in
ugly.
09 when I was in Cumberland, right? My whole thing, man, I
Look
was
like an
trying,
8-ball jacket with stamps on
yeah,
it.
I was trying to get out of Cumberland, right? Because it was a culture shock up there, being up there in them hills,
Cold.
man, with them white people, man, calling us
Yeah.
niggas and letting us know
Nothing,
that.
yeah, they
Nothing
don't
to
give a
know.
fuck.
Yeah.
They was blatant
Whole
with it.
families, from what I hear, whole families is
Yeah, they
gods,
whole family.
Yeah, it's like
don't
you
beef
get
with
you
one.
get
You
it get
gonna
into it with
whooped.
one, you ain't with it
They
all.
gonna- They might kill you.
Yeah.
They might kill you.
Wow.
So, what I was saying.
Parole.
Parole. So,
That was the
parole
one
came-
you
so
least
listen,
expected.
So this is important to say. So
Okay.
my mother, I had told my mother, I said, look, man, you gotta be an advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you gotta go hard. She was like, what? I don't know. Man, you gotta go hard. I need you with a flag ready. I need my son out of prison.
Yeah.
So I plugged in with Walter Lomax. That's raised me in the prison system, love him to death. So I know he been out since he been exonerated. He been out here fighting for us to get parole.
Get out.
All that time, all of me went on with his
We need
life.
to get him in here.
Yeah, if he get here,
Yeah.
he's the Godfather.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna take some work to get him.
Yeah.
But look, so He turned my mother on to the ACLU and the Family Support Network.
Okay.
He turned on to, which one of my friends' wife co-founded it. I didn't know. So they have a parole partnership for lifers. If you've been locked up over 20-something years, they will give you a pro bono attorneys. Man, I got this firm out of DC. When I tell you that they
boosted
you got
around.
plugged.
They got to
this
it.
for my
Oh,
innocence.
you got
But now I
plugged.
got that for my innocence. Now I got a team on that. So look, they kept coming to see me.
Monette, excuse me, was it federal or state time?
State time.
State
So
Monette.
them people, was they young people? They was like, what was their age?
The
group?
workers.
The team that
lawyers,
came
yeah.
for you.
No, I went. Well, two of them were, and one of them
White,
was an
black,
older lady.
like-
Yeah.
The older lady, she was black. She wound up taking over because the one of them had.
Always come
went
to the
on
women.
maternity leave.
Always come to the
Sister
women.
Came, man. She wanted to change some things up. I was bucking. But I said, all right. She did her thing with the portfolio. So now I'm like, reading this thing like, man, and it's some. The story is really crazy, man. It's really crazy. It can't be told in time. But to read my life story, right, and it had went through.
It hit you in the head with the memories and visions.
In psychological evaluation, they took me from my earliest childhood memory all the way up to present. Man, it was it was therapeutic. So I went out for the parole. Well, I had already went before they did the portfolio, and they sent me the risk assessment. So once the portfolio was together, and I went for the vote, I got it unanimously, and I was like,
Yes.
How was that feeling?
Man, it was.
Did you drop your shoulders? Because sometimes we stay in
You know
survival
what?
mode.
No, you know what,
and you
bro?
get that.
Yo, listen, I didn't even cry. You know what? It took so long. It was a 4-year process because COVID shut it down for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, man.
Then I had to wait for risk assessment. Then it took 8 months for the vote. You know what I'm saying? It took so long. I was just anticipating. I said, I got to be get ready to get it. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing so good.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
So when I finally got the okay that, I made parole, got a year delayed release, I really was expecting the immediate. When I got the year, I was like, all right, cool. I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm going home. Ain't nothing to get in my way now. But I got this joker in my cell that's doing the most.
Oh.
Yo.
You feel like
God.
they that was a
Trying
plan?
to stop
Do
you.
you feel that?
No, listen. I ran from MCIJ. I had a little kid, keep smoking kid in my cell. Epping out, throwing up all over. He don't got nothing. He keep throwing up all my stuff. He tried. Man.
Let me get away from me.
It was hard. So then I get the ECI. When I came back from risk assessment, they put me in the cell. As soon as they opened the door, it smelled like mildew and eggs.
Oh my God.
Oh,
God. I was like, I can't
And
move.
you,
Hey, say,
you know
Sam.
what I'm saying?
Look, I
I
can't
get.
You know what they said? Oh no, you gotta go in there. You will get a ticket. I gotta go in there.
I gotta go in there 'cause
They
I
told
can't
me
risk
I
the
can't
ticket.
get a ticket for nothing.
you can't risk
So
the
now
ticket.
imagine me walking through this prison. It was like a landmine.
Fucking
like,
with your mind.
Yeah,
mentally
everything,
fucking.
you know what I'm
Ducking
saying? I
and
gotta duck every little single thing.
It's almost like
You
they
just had to-
setting
you
you
had to
up.
bite the bullet
Let me
on a
see
lot
what he
of
can
shit.
take
Can't
before he
even
go.
bid the same.
That's what I was about to say,
I
because
can't bid the same.
you know, well, I don't know, because I ain't been in jail, but I got so many homies been in jail. I can understand that I know y'all do shit a
Hey,
certain
love
way.
Victoria, I got 3 things
It's like
for you.
you
Call me.
nigga, the cell,
They
cell
home.
clean, nigga. Like, don't
This
nobody
nigga
come
pissed
in.
on the
Like,
toilet and walked away. And I'm like, yo, why you want to wipe the
Woo.
toilet? He said, well, I got to wipe it off every time I piss.
now, see if you somewhere else,
Shake it off, shake
he'd
it
have
off.
some hands put on.
Anywhere else he getting this.
It's been hurt, but that was the test. So I know, man, like.
And that's the thing.
So,
you already know how close it
I'm
is.
gonna have this
'cause
conversation.
mad trouble is coming.
It's a conversation. So, two-part question, because it's something about manifestation. So, where the whole time was you thinking about how your life was gonna be when you got home?
Man, listen.
Was you visualizing yourself in the street with your family? Like was you doing that?
Bro, I had some serious nightmares, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 vivid dreams that I was on the street. I had gave my time back. I'm home, right? Only to realize, wake up, and that brick wall is still right there.
Okay.
The center block still right there. And I'm telling you, it broke my heart, man. I had to cry, like, man, I'm still
Let that
here.
shit out, yeah.
That wasn't real.
The second part is the universe God, whatever you believe in, like it tests you when it's something that you really want.
Great get.
So you really want to get home, and here it is. You standing there, and you looking at this obstacle course, like I'm getting through this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because that's with all them guys that sells and all that whole shit, not getting a ticket. They was part of the test to see if you really want.
That's what I was going to say. Monette
what
just
I'm saying?
asked over on Facebook, was it anything like you visualized that
When
that
you got
test
home.
that year? Was it anything you visualized? Like, I know I'm going to go through this, that, and the third. Let me prepare myself.
So us being from maximum security prisons, right? We all like guys that had went to medium and then came back. They would always come back like, "Yo, medium security fucked up," or dudes that went through minimum and them camps fucked up, right? So I knew it was gonna be, messed up, but I didn't expect it to
be the way that it
affect me
was.
like that. I thought I was gonna be. Well, I did overcome it.
Yeah,
I
you
overcome it.
did.
And I'll put my hands on somebody, but I did.
But it
But
was
it was definitely hard.
So you start working on your plan too, you know? Like,
So listen, so my
That's what
plan-
I was going to say. The
No,
question
yeah,
came up
the
on
dreams.
Facebook. Monette said, how hard was the transition? Because I'm sure it was a lot had changed when you did come home.
Yeah. So first you asked me about
The dreams of coming home.
The dreams of coming home. So I always had dreams, man. Vivid dreams, man. I used to like. I ordered magazines just to look at the magazines.
so you can see
when I
what-
travel, like in my mind, it's visual like that, right? My passion is real estate. My father, he a
Your Pisces?
contractor, Capricorn, January.
Same
1st.
thing.
Yeah, New Year. So my father in Atlanta, he a contract. He got his own business down there, and I always, you know, I want my plan. I'm gonna go down with my father, learn to trade it. But man, I'm mother up here. I ain't going nowhere. My
Yeah.
mother on her way back to
My mother been everything.
She told me, it's gonna be like you back in jail. Like, Ma, you being
Yeah, you go down there, yeah.
You being dramatic.
If you
How's
that
your-
far
how's
away
your
from
rela-
me, that's how I
How's
feel.
your relationship with your father? How's how
Yeah,
your mother and father was together? They weren't together.
They
like,
weren't together.
You weren't
My
because he
father-
was states away.
Yeah, my father was he was struggling. He was in the street. He was in and out of jail.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know. probably
How
one of
y'all
the reasons-
relationship now?
Beautiful, man. I mean, our relationship good.
No, that's what's up.
I'm
Yeah,
going
so
down there real
The
soon.
young lady asked, how hard was the transition because so much had changed in the world from when you went in?
So I did have my ear to the streets a lot. I played with live phones. I did a lot of lockup time for having cell phones. And I stayed and I asked a million questions. People we used to always be mad at me because I asked so many questions, right? So
Like, yo, chill out.
I couldn't prepare for everything. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff is like culture shock. I mean, a shock.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, I kind of like really hit the ground running.
Good.
I really hit the ground running. My homeboy gave me a car. Gave me a place to stay. Gave me the basement. You know, so I was able to relax for a second because they was on my back.
Cause you
like,
got right.
Hey, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Yeah.
I said,
Yeah,
yo,
it's different time.
Let me
period.
take a
Niggas
deep
really-
breath.
You don't need no break, nigga.
Listen.
Like get to it. Cause if you don't, it's gonna be some other shit.
My support system started stressing me out so bad. Like, they kept trying to tell me.
Good
I
stress
think
though.
they
That's
just
good
giving me
stress.
advice, but I took it like you trying to tell me what to do because. And then I felt like, man, people was trying to hijack my dreams. Like I got dreams. I've
Yeah,
been
you
having
got
them
stuff
for a
you
long
wanna
time.
do,
What
yeah.
I wanted to do, I
How dare
visualized
you
this.
try to hijack them.
Yeah.
And you know, you lived your
Cause
life.
it's not for them. It's for
That's
you.
for me. They my
Yeah.
dreams,
me.
right? And I want to fulfill them, and I'm going to fulfill them. So
That's
I had to really.
There you go. That
So I'm
wordplay.
in
That
therapy.
wordplay. Yeah.
Which is
I'm in
great.
therapy.
Oh, how
Great.
that is?
That's,
Great.
it's helpful. If I just got
So is that something you chose to do or you?
ain't nobody make me do it.
Okay.
I need it.
That's what's
One
up.
thing I tell everybody about,
Man, brothers, there's nothing wrong.
one thing I
with
tell
going
everybody
to
about.
therapy. Nothing
Please
is wrong.
say that
with
again,
Yeah.
Sam. One thing I have been telling everybody about before you came. I said, this brother did 32 years, been home 7 months, had his own business for 6 months.
And you making them
He
look
had
bad.
a vision.
You
and
making
so-
them look bad, money.
Well, I'm going to say I did have the whole bills for 6 months.
But
right?
but you've been doing your
So
route.
in the wintertime, I had bought some little bootleg stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lower pressure water. Well, I actually bought them little ones. They really trash.
But you did it.
Yeah,
And
one
that
of
and
my
that was my thing. I wanted people to understand that you don't have to come home, be home 2 years, and be like, I think I'm gonna do this. I was like, this young man did 32 years, came home in 6, 7 months. he moving and shaking.
So let me say this.
So I don't know
it
exactly
wasn't
how
easy.
long it
It's
was.
not easy. So
Hey, Inky.
what happened was, it's crazy. This is what happened, man. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get lawyer money.
Okay.
After I lost that first joint, right, cost me $15,000. She told me she wanted another $15,000 for the appeal.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, how the hell? So I had to get a credit card. So I wound up getting a credit card, right? And my thing was, I'm gonna try, cause I was already, moving and shaking. So I'm gonna just keep buying shit with it and pan it off and run it up. So if I need to cash out at 5,000 or whatever, I cash out.
do that.
See me when you see me if I get home. And if I don't, hey,
Yeah,
sorry.
it is what it is.
Sorry. So
write my name down.
Time, man, then I wound up taking a loss. I wasn't, getting no breath gave my mother. She bumped it up. She real frugal. You know what I'm saying? She bumped it up. And my credit was in the high 700s.
Yeah,
When you hit
the.
let me say something, man. And this ain't no, this a jab at you niggas. You got a brother 32 years in the joint.
Down 32 years. Up
Credit.
7 months.
Come home, got a business. I got niggas out here.
And we ready to get married and get us a house.
I know you
I'm telling y'all,
niggas been
we
out
out
here
here.
for years, and you niggas can't
sorry,
even buy a
girlfriend,
bigger
it's
leg
all
of cheese.
I'm different.
Listen, brother.
Listen.
I
just
commend
said
you, man.
we married. Everybody can't do
Some
that.
dudes ain't even trying. Nothing beats a
They should
failure but to
definitely
try.
try.
Some of these niggas ain't
But
even
when you
trying,
become
man.
kind of, but listen, for real, only the people who don't know me is surprised, right? All of my homeboys, they not
They know.
surprised
Because
they
they
see me
know
grinding
you. Yeah,
and
they know
They
you.
know
Yeah.
you.
me to make plays. I was the one making it happen.
They know you know
right?
how to make a
Seriously,
move.
For sure.
Yeah.
It was all a sense of survival, right? Not having to ask nobody for shit. Having a little sense of dignity, feeling like a man. Not, hey, mommy, can you do it? Oh, can you keep? And then they surely gonna turn it back on you eventually,
Right.
because
If
they
you
can
keep
get
going,
tired of you. You gonna become a nuisance.
You become a nuisance.
I'd rather people
Yo,
say
call
I
it,
don't
I
call
ain't
them
even
enough
answering.
than I call them too much.
Yeah.
That's how I was figuring it out. So I'm gonna move and shit.
I get it,
So
I
now
get it.
coming out here and going through that path, to my mother just kept telling me, listen. leave all that
Monette,
stuff
put your
alone.
hands down. I claimed them already.
Listen, this is important.
Go
My
ahead.
mother told me, listen, stay in position. The blessings are coming, right? She said, listen, stop that foolishness. She said, you know I'm going in
like a
circles
mother.
anyway. You do something, then they take it all, and then you get, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
she was like, I got
Stay
you
focused.
for the phone. I'm going to put money on your phone, and I got money for you for commissary. That's really all you need,
Yeah.
right? Anything else is just a
You,
luxury,
yeah,
right?
because you want it, yeah.
Yeah, so, but then that came stressful for, because they didn't say it. They're like, hey, I need, didn't I just give you money 2 weeks ago?
But mom,
I'm like, no,
always
that's
did.
gone.
Yeah,
that shit is
So-
out of there.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I just refuse. I even refuse the flat for hustle, like the food bags. There's so many hustles in there, but that kind of hustle was gonna lead me back to selling dope.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't want to play around with the little peanuts.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get
I'm gonna
angry.
get
I'm going
the
to
real
do it. I'm going to
deal.
do it, goddamn.
Yeah. So and then once I just left it alone, man, and it was hard.
She said she giving you praise.
It was hard. Niggas start playing
Haitian
with me
nigga
like,
take.
oh, you ain't money no more. You spare change.
It's
But
all
see,
right.
all of that right there
Yeah.
is that test I was talking about.
Exactly.
You
You
got
know,
to test
You
it.
gotta
Yeah,
hear
you better
that
test
and
it.
keep it
Yeah.
moving. You
I
gotta
didn't
hear that
fall
and keep
victim
it
to that
moving.
bullshit. I
Yeah.
know I
'Cause you
do.
already
I
know who
I
you
am.
are.
I
Yeah,
see it when
that-
I get home.
Yeah, a lot of people don't
Oh, wait,
understand
wait,
that.
wait,
Sometimes when you get them tests come to you like that, when you already in tune with yourself and you know who the hell you are, none of that shit bothers you at all.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Not one bit.
Yeah, I remember somebody said something slick to me, and I said, my mouth ain't bleeding. I'm good. Nigga. I'm going on with my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You talk crazy. You do all that over there. You know what I mean? Don't bother me.
Don't
I
stay
know
with the
exactly
3
who I
pence
am,
to
what I'm
top
capable
on.
of doing. You know what I mean? A lot of brothers don't do that, and they let that insecurity come out and run their life. How is it now
Comments.
with your business and out here and you moving around? Like, what's
drowning,
that
bro.
feeling?
Now I'm drowning right now. Like, I bet on me. Right? I came out here. I got a job with the Peace Team.
Shantae said this is definitely a success story.
So I got the story not over. It's going to be.
It's
in
going to be.
progress. It's in progress.
We're going to get married on the live, y'all. Credit score taped to our chest. No, but the credit score right, everything else is right. I'm telling you, the credit score right, the wife got everything else under control.
But anyway, so look, man. So I came out here. I worked with the Peace Team.
Uh-huh.
I took up some hours in the morning because the Peace Team is broke up so you can like hit hours at different places. Like they got the Fells Point thing going on. They got so they pick up different sites. You can pick up different hours. So I'm in the school in the mornings doing safe passage, right? The kids up at the school. So then I was going down Lexington Market from 10 to 4, right? And then I would go back to this. Well, no, when I started at 10 to 4, that was it. That might go up. They just picked up a Mondawmin site, and I might go up there from like 3 to 5 or something. So once I actually finally got the van and wound up financing that, and the credit, betting on me because I was like at a standstill.
It's crazy how that
Some
credit
people
work,
said,
right?
Oh, you should do it this way. Oh, you should do it that way. I was just telling man, listen, I'm doing it this way. I'm doing this
Which
way.
is
If that's the
smart. You
wrong
got
way,
your own way of thinking.
Yeah, if that's the wrong way, that's gonna be my learning experience.
Because that's why I'm about to say you gotta get your own experience.
Yeah, you got to.
Because their experience ain't your experience. Ain't
For
gonna
sure.
be.
And
yours.
Why
this
not
might
stop
not
playing
work
with
for
me?
them, might work
Yeah,
for
it
me.
might work for you.
But
There you
I
go.
try not to be too stubborn with it because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be too stubborn like I know everything. Because they always say I think I know everything anyway. But that's not the case. I just like to. I hear you.
So you
I
going
hear
with your
you, I
instinct
hear
and
you,
your
and then I'm
feeling.
gonna make my own
Yeah,
decision
you gonna,
Exactly.
from the information y'all
yeah,
gave me.
Right.
Yeah, you make
Right.
your
I'm
own
not
decision.
taking no orders.
There you go.
Except for my parole officer.
There you go.
That's it.
Please listen to
She
that.
said,
Yeah,
Lamont, she
and-
said,
and a
Lamont,
law
bring
order by
your
the
ass
police, I
on down
want
here.
That's it.
See something. I forget.
So you was telling us how you went from Mondawmin to the school.
Oh, so I was going to say is, so now once I got the van up and running, right, I'm ready to start promoting my business and building this phone up right here.
Yeah, I
Get-
post
yeah,
your
like,
flyer
Get
this
building your
morning.
clientele up.
Yeah, because I'm really doing some good work. Y'all should see the van I did today, 15 passengers. They like trashed that van. Like having parties in there, but it looked good before I left. That's why I'm just
I
coming
need to
from
call
now.
and get mine done. My car, a small car, but it's as dirty as a 15
I
passenger.
bet.
Because I get in, throw shit in the back, and keep it party.
So what I had to do is I had to make a decision. I'm making $200 at the school. I'm making $5 at the market. So I'm like,
You got to
but
cut
I'm
something.
sitting there from 10 to 4 for $100.
You gotta make it make sense.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
it
I can
definitely
make
makes
$100 in one car with the van, right? So I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to let those hours go. I'm gonna stay with the Peace team because I'm waiting for the DJS job to kick in.
Right.
So that once I get that, you know, I'll be good.
You'll be
right?
moving on, yeah.
But I kind of counted the eggs before they hatched. Right?
Here's a mobile car wash, Monette, the flyer on my page. I can put it in the comments real quick. I'm sorry, she's
also
asking about your business.
One word of advice from me to you, because I got several businesses. At least have 2 forms of income.
Yeah, so
Stay with
so
that.
now I'm pivoting to the power washing now.
Okay.
So
Houses, car, like whatever.
houses,
Get it, Monette.
storefronts.
Well, trucking business kind of a little crazy right now.
No, I got the. I'm not.
The
I
CD,
got the dump trucks in
you
there.
had dump trucks, like all that. That's where
My
that's
homeboy
good
I live
money.
with, I call him bro. It's my bro. Call him bro. But I did the jump.
I can't put it in there, but I'm going to tell
I'll
you
put
it's
it
on
in
my
the
page.
repertoire.
Do the dump trucks. What else I was getting ready to say? Tractors. You find somebody that got like a couple tractors. You know what I mean? And just cut the price on. You know what I mean? There's a couple people because I'm serious, man. You'd be surprised how the Latino brothers, man, they stick together. You know what I'm saying?
He you know,
That's what's
using
up.
them newer trucks. They don't
Yeah, they want their truck clean.
dirty.
You know what I mean? And then for some dudes, like, that's a ticket. DOT see your truck dirty, they can give you a ticket for that. That's why your truck pool will be clean.
The flyer on my page is a mobile car wash. Look on the page, it's green and black flyer. Sorry, y'all,
I'm doing
for
a Mother's
asking
Day
about the
special
business.
too.
And it's a Mother's Day special.
It depends on
For the cars?
Yeah,
All right.
Mother's Day special for the
So you come to wherever you at.
Oh, wherever.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
So you got a tank, you got the tank, you got your water tank.
generator.
What you got? You got a
Yeah,
gas
everything
general. I'm a gas pressure washer or.
No, only thing is gas is the generator. So everything
So
else
you got the
plugs into
little, you got the little green pressure
Vacuum and
washer.
all that.
Which one you got?
it. I got a real one.
No, I'm just asking because I
Yeah,
got shit sitting around. I'll give it to you. Man. I
I
don't
need a
that shit.
stronger one.
That's why I was asking because you got the gas joint.
No, I need a
That's
gas
nice
one.
of you saying.
You would have the only thing about the gas joint. You would have to get it. You had to get it worked on because it's been sitting on.
Same thing my
time.
brother said. He's supposed to
Yeah.
bought that joint home today. Hopefully when I get there, it's there and I can get it
that's
running.
what's
So
up.
I took it off the little stand to be on.
Mhm.
I've been
Yeah, that's what's
configuring
up.
this thing, man. I just
Shit, you gonna figure it out?
Again. Put the real.
No, that's,
I'm gonna have to go ahead and put the order in for the Mother's Day special. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Mother's Day special.
You gonna figure that joint out?
I need the money.
I'm gonna put it in there.
Because I'm telling you, the bills is coming fast. So that's why I was trying to ground it, because now, man, the weather been erratic, right?
Yeah.
And it's all on me now. I make $200 a week. $200 a week. That's gone that day.
Cause it rain every other day and people ain't trying to get a car wash.
I know, but see, that really, I'm gonna have to find a canopy, cause like today, I didn't even get a chance to do the outside of that van because I had to come here, so I just did the inside. But that took 2 hours just to do the
It's
inside.
not
I know you were saying it was gonna be a
I
while.
did that in school.
Real quick, I got a comment.
I detailed cars when I was.
I love it, man.
Well, so when you was home then, because it's Max. Remember, Maxie Waxy used to be on Howard Street. The car wash there now, but we used to be in the middle.
Yeah.
And
Just doing the
used to
cars
be in
right
the
there.
middle of the car wash.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was at Wiz car wash on my Raven. That's what
Monette said she got a Camry that's been sitting for 6 years. How much to get it clean? Monette, if you're just trying to get to his house, stop. Put a picture in the comments or we ain't taking the order. This girl,
See that motherfucker?
yo done flicked the tongue and some more shit. Fuck around, get up there, you don't never get out the house.
Hey, money, you see that? You gonna be like, I'll be over there to do that.
No, Monette, put your picture. Put the picture in the comment. Then she gonna say you take EBT. No. Bye. Monette, log off.
I'm trying to get the tap joint on. I'm trying to get it. Don't worry.
Yo said she playing it full. We take EBT, but you know it's double in EBT. Hope you got enough on the card, sis. Yeah, it's double.
You know, fella?
Somebody else said, do you still do house power
Fella did
washing?
like 28, 30
He
years.
got in an accident or something.
Yeah,
Right, that fella?
that's her cousin.
Oh yeah, I know his rap buddy too.
Yeah.
What's his
Eli?
name? Yeah, Eli. I just
little
left
Eli.
at
Foxy Shan said,
Fucking up,
do you
man.
do power washing on houses?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
And look, so what I'm saying is, you gotta realize, the summer is coming, right? I just went all the way to Philly to get my mother yard together. That green pollinus on y'all cars is all over the yard.
Everywhere.
It's all over everything outside. So call me. I'm gonna power wash it off.
So Foxy's
Get
saying,
ready.
yes, he do power washing for the house.
House.
The flyer is on my
Yes.
page. Go to my page where I put the post for today is a green and black flyer. I'm gonna post it again once we leave the show. I'll post it again so y'all can hear the information.
Man, they pressing me though. They pressing me. I ain't never been pressed like this.
Them bills, look, them bills ain't no
Oh,
joke,
it's
son.
emojis,
It's
y'all
like
be
you,
credit,
it's
man.
like
They
you
playing
like
games.
you blink and you be like, damn, it's the first again. Like, what the fuck?
It's time to pay again. She said, thank you. You're welcome. I'm gonna make sure I post it for you, honey. Don't give it to Monette though. She a little nasty.
But like, I look at it, I be having I'm not stressing out about nothing out here, man. I want to cry.
It's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. You already fully equipped. This ain't nothing different.
It ain't.
It
If I
ain't
can
nothing
adjust
different.
and adapt to that.
Inside of
do
that.
anything.
As a child,
You can do
now I'm
anything.
grown
Yeah,
and
do
knowledgeable.
anything.
I ain't gonna be able to adapt to this world, man. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to thrive.
That's why I say you'll
And
figure
that's
it
and
out.
that's one thing I think people don't understand. They think you come home and you're going to struggle, you're going to be so bad. If I can stay confined as a child for stuff from 18 and stay for 32 years, and now I can get up and get a ride and go somewhere, that shit can't phase me.
It's
at
like
this point.
I think this mentality of, cause you know what I mean. Like I was just talking about fella, and I got all these homeboys that just came home, 30, 28, 20s. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple in the same situation you in. You know what I mean? It's like for them, all I ever like the conversations I be having with them. All I ever wanted to see was what they was gonna do when they came home, cause I know what type of people that they are. These niggas they gonna flourish, man. And that's what all I'm start doing. They hit the ground and they looking at these niggas like, nigga, y'all crying and worrying about that. Like, nigga, fuck, nigga, I was working for pennies in this jail. Like, what is you crying about? Like, I'm gonna make this shit happen. And that's what niggas was doing. Feel it. My man, fella, he come home. Fella had this little hustle, right? He go to my man, got him a job, right? He working with my man up the road. So he go up there. Chinese people got these dinners for like $6, right? Fella say, shit, $6. I can go up there buy like 10 of them and come back. Man, he had niggas thinking he was cooking the food and everything, yo. He was killing them, son. He was
so
killing
many-
them.
it's so
Yo,
many
it's
hustles out
crazy
here.
to see a guy to go to jail for 28 years to come home, yo, within 90 days to 6 months. This nigga got a brand new car. I ain't never had a brand new car. Never.
Well,
I
Sam,
ain't
that's
never been
because
to the dealer
you-
and
you
got a
never
brand
want
new
to.
fucking car.
You never want to,
No, it's
Sam.
not in the point that I want to. It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It's like, I ain't never had no car brand new off the fucking lot. Like, give me that over there. Like, I ain't never did that.
He doing
That
his
shit
thing.
make me want to get like, damn, what the fuck am I doing with myself? You know what I
Right.
mean? I need to be doing this shit.
We should inspire a lot of people.
Hell
And that's
yeah.
and that's the point
Hell
of your interview. That's the point of us going to the groups next week. We're gonna go to Knowledge Group Tuesday. We're gonna go to Like Him group on Wednesday. My sister's coming to tell her story about her son because she has very bad anxiety, and it really like she can't even hardly go. She just started driving downtown probably like a couple months ago. Her anxiety is horrible. Her son went in at 14. He stayed in, I want to say 15 years, came home and could not adapt at all after going in there as a child, being charged as an adult. And he went right back, I want to say like a year later, and now he got all that time to back up.
And sometimes it's a comfort thing. Because my cousin's like that. It's like he flourished in jail. He hit the street. He couldn't function.
He couldn't function
You know
at
what I'm
all.
saying?
The reason.
Yeah.
I want to tell y'all the reason.
Come up to your mic, let's hear the reason.
I want to tell y'all the reason. There's a lot of psychological warfare being inflicted on convicts, and especially this Maryland prison system, right?
Okay.
A lot of psychological warfare, man, and a lot of mental illness is going on in there. So just imagine the world got shut down for COVID, right? They kept opening liquor stores and essential things, right? Because they knew people needed to cope, right? So now they didn't care about the prisoners. They didn't care about the people, their family members that was locked
Because I was
up.
hearing brothers weren't getting medicine. They
Man,
We
wanted a lot
was
of.
tight for 2 years. We was tight.
Yeah.
And even when the world started coming open,
It took
we
a
was
minute for
still
y'all.
tight.
Yeah, it took a
And
minute.
then you know what? They still tight. And that's what I definitely wanted to make sure I got through on this podcast tonight, right? The men are still tight, bro. I talk to these men all the time. Man, they've been out to sell 15 minutes in 2-3 days, every 2-3-4 days, right? Man, they still tight. And they saying now that they have a lack of officers. Every jail is trickling down, right?
Yeah.
Roxbury the worst. I was at ECI and we was hearing about it. And before I left ECI, they started it there, right? Man, listen. We gotta organize. We gotta get to what's more. We gotta get to the lady who is in charge of the Department of Public Safety. They gotta do something. They are creating more people with psychological issues, man. You
Yeah.
can't keep a person caged in like that
you
and think
can't.
that you gonna come home
And be functional.
But listen, some of us do. You gotta have a will. And man, I seen dudes literally lose their mind in front of me, man. That door will break you. Right? You all heard stories about the Supermax. Solitary confinement is solitary confinement. Right? But when you got the Supermax where other niggas will break you. They played in Dookie. They banged all day. You know what I'm saying? And it drove us crazy. We was in the crossfire. They having Dookie wars. We smell Dookie all day. It's the middle of the summer.
It's horrible.
It's 100
It's horrible.
degrees
Wow.
on the
Horrible.
Then the CO come and pour ammonia all on the floor. Man, we almost died in there. So many different situations, man, where they treat us like animals and they expect us to come out here and be productive citizens. Some of us got a will to do that, and other people go back.
And
'Cause they
see,
can't-
and that's
they
what
can't
happened with
function.
him.
can't function.
He could not function. Everything that somebody would do small, he wanted to be reckless with. Like his brother went in his cookies, he wanted to
You
kill
calling
him
it
for going into
reckless,
it.
but it's not. It's a form of survival.
Yeah,
tactic.
and with me
mental
being
illness.
with me being a mental health counselor, it was nothing I can do. And I don't know if it was because I was his aunt and I was so hurt. Because I can get through to anybody mentally, but for my nephew, it was like nothing that I could do for him. It was nothing I can do, and I don't know if it was because it was so hurt. I was so hurt behind it, but it was like nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. It was something else. So it is a tough thing, and I think they do.
I got somebody going through that now, and they calling me for help, right? I'm like, well, what can I do? Like, I'm struggling with some shit myself, And then I'm like, I don't know how to be delicate.
Yeah.
I don't got that delicate thing. As
Yeah.
soon as you do something,
Yo, you
check
this,
it.
this.
form-
Right,
I'm
right.
straight
And-
check it.
and you
I ain't
can't-
gotta
That's
check it
but
all
like I
night.
said, that's a form of survival because where you was at, you can't tolerate no
I'm
bullshit.
sorry, Instagram. I can't
You know
read
what I
y'all
mean?
comments.
So-
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's hard for you to give it to them because I like even with me, I'm a mental health counselor, but I have my own therapist. Because with me, I have 13 clients. All that shit in my head, my shit in my head, my job's in my head, and then I got so I gotta let my stuff out. I got the podcast and the clothing line and the counseling, and then
Serial entrepreneur.
yeah, I'm one of them people that I can't keep still. They just kept
Can't
finna
stop,
telling me
won't
today, stay off the meds, V. Just
So you rich.
focus. I'm not
What?
rich. If I was rich,
What? You got all them businesses and you ain't rich.
I'm not rich. I'm not rich yet.
Let me say this: when people have them, when people have multiple businesses like that, that's a point to show you that they ain't rich. 'Cause they
I'm trying to get.
kicking
I'm
them
trying
rocks,
to
you
get there.
trying to find something.
I got a call for a job today, and they wanted me to work overnight. Trip the job you told me don't take. They called me today and was like, "No, we're gonna need you in this part of the program, 8 to 4." After looking at the resume, they didn't even want me to take the overnight. So I was like, all right, call me tomorrow. Tell me what you want me to do. I'm just a person just on it. I am in love with mental health, period. However, because I feel like if my nephew if he had the right mental health when he came home, he would have never went back. If we had the right mental health when our mother was murdered, and my nephew was arrested 2 weeks after my mother was murdered, we wouldn't have been having the anxiety that we have because we go through horrible anxiety. Get on the highway, no, who telling me that?
When I
gotta get in the back
When I
seat.
see your sister outside, I'll be like, "What you doing outside?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
'cause she don't
ask
come
her
with-
what she doing there, how
What
she
you
get
doing?
there. You'll get to see her, Lamont, in the group next week. Her best friend gotta come with her because she ain't gonna come by
She ain't
herself.
gonna come by herself.
Yeah, so we have a lot of anxieties, but when it comes to mental health, I'm ready to take 10 jobs. Somebody see my resume and be like, I looked at this and I feel like I can use you. And I say, okay. And I go ahead and do it because I just feel like black people need that. I ain't saying no other race is not in need,
we
but
full of trauma,
I can
man.
only speak for what I know.
Yeah, we
And
full
I'm
of
a black
trauma.
person who came from a black person. And I know what we need because growing up, we was always told, stay in the child's place. Don't tell your mom, don't put my business in the street. And all our trauma was in our household. We didn't even realize it.
Yeah, we
couldn't
come
even say
from
much.
generational trauma, not just-
Generational trauma,
it's
stuff
like
that was
that's
passed
trauma
down.
stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
And we don't know what it like physically does something to your DNA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you get like you said you in therapy. Like we gotta get that out. We gotta unpack that shit. You can't walk around with it. You know what I
I
mean?
think, man, since I've been out here, I've been getting real emotional, right?
Mhm.
And like every time I get a thought I be talking about, I'm surprised I ain't cried in here today. But when I talk about something, I get emotional, and I'll shed a tear. I know it's healing. It's healing.
That's what it's doing.
And that's
People don't understand
that is so
that.
honest for you to say because
you
men
think
don't
about-
say it enough.
Think of how long you was somewhere and you couldn't fucking cry.
And you couldn't cry because
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you did cry, yeah,
32
fucking
years.
do that shit where nobody
The
can't
first
see
time I
you.
cried,
Like,
one of my uncles passed away. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the stuff I had went through, like once my uncle, then I start crying whenever I find
Yeah.
I think once I was getting old, I was getting softer in my old age.
Yeah, and I think that men need to
I cry all
hear
the time now.
ain't
that
nothing
other
wrong
men
with that
cry.
shit. 'Cause
Cause
that- I honestly,
that
that-
feel. I said,
like,
no, I'm not gonna cry. whenever
that's
I
a
feel
release
it.
from your body, though,
And
'cause
you
that's
need
a
to,
chemical
though.
You know,
release.
I don't-
Because we don't realize we holding that
I
energy.
feel too many emotions to cry whenever I want to. I
But the
gotta
thing
hold
is, if you do, once you cry and get it out, boom, you on to the next thing.
And that's how I was feeling. Like I feel like once I have an emotion, like I'm thinking about something, and you know, I cry about. I feel like, you know, I healed from it. I'm healed.
That's an
from it.
energetic
You are.
release
You are.
of energy
No,
from
because
that.
I'm thinking about. I rarely cry about the same thought twice. I don't think
Because it's
I'm proud
release.
about
That's the
saying
energetic
it.
release.
And,
from
and,
it.
and that's the
Yeah,
thing. The
yeah.
reason that same thought coming back, because you didn't cry and release it the first time.
Yeah, pretty
So you
much.
need to cry on it. Like for myself, I take every Sunday. Don't call me, don't text me, because I'm in there crying, boo-hooing all through my house on Sunday. And most people who know me know, don't hit her on Sunday. If you do, it's at night. She already took a sleeping pill, so she might tell you, yeah, come on over. You be outside buzzing the bell, hoping you can get in the building. I'm telling you, that's my day, and I tell all my clients the same thing. I don't tell them take Sunday, but take a day. Take a day with journal
Gotta
at
take
night.
a day, man.
Today, such and such happened. This, that. Shed a tear, close that journal up, and boom, tomorrow you want to something else.
I had a conversation.
So sometimes you can go back to them dates and remember, I've been through that, and this is what I did. I don't even got to cry today. I remember I did X,
I had
Y,
a
Z.
conversation.
DJ, run that. Get you a journal.
I could never journal in
You can't
prison.
do that?
I could never journal in prison.
That's
you a
real
journal.
therapeutic, though.
No, I've been reading it. I got
Stay
some
up
books.
close.
I got a journal. But what I know, like I was always in the shit. So they was always shaking my cell down, kicking my shit and talking my shit up. Right?
Hey, Deron.
And they want to read my shit. Right? Intel want to read my paperwork. So I'm not writing my thoughts. I would have to sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? And I felt as though it was pointless because I had started writing. I'm like, man, hold the hell up, man. Intel come in here and find this, man.
Right,
I'm going
but see now that you're
tell you a
home,
little
you can
technique,
get you
right?
a book.
No, I
and you
got
can
one.
start,
I got a
yeah,
journal.
and start journaling and journal every
got
night.
this
Watch
book
how
called-
peaceful you sleep, and your next day
And
is
it's a
going
little
to be
technique,
good.
right? Sometimes even if you don't know what to write about, this start it's called like free writing. Just start writing,
No,
cause it's gonna come out.
journals I've been reading about. What's this book called? The Something Man. It come in a case and everything. The book is serious. I just gotta get into it.
Just gotta take a chance to get
take
into it.
time.
Take one and just get
But I don't
started.
have no time for nothing right now. It's like
Don't say
I'm
that.
going
Don't say that, 'cause it's gonna stay
Take
that
one,
way.
put it in the book. Cause see, when you say you
You're
can't,
gonna have.
you'll
I'm
never
gonna
get
have
the
time
time.
for
not
that.
enough
Yeah.
time in the day.
Yeah,
Take
that
one
part
of the,
right there.
come in the case. Take one and just take it out the door with you. You waiting for that ride to call and just start reading. Read a chapter and get through it real quick. Let me read these comments so she can chill out. Marnette said, "Oh shucks, he getting comfortable. We can hear him now. Okay." She said, "Oh, he full of trauma." Then he said, "The journal is part of healing. You unpacking some things.
That's all her.
Yeah, let the tears out." Then Deron Walker came in, said, "Yeah, he keeping it 100. That's
she said
real."
mine's keep
Then Marnette
freezing.
said, I use the notepad on my phone. Marnette, and the notepad on your phone is good, but I just don't think it's private enough because a phone you can lose, break, anything. If you got that journal, that's yours. You can close it, stick it on your mattress, wherever. I always recommend my clients to journal because journaling really gets you past that hump of emotion. That set of books you got to take one book
keep a
with
little
you.
book with you. Like keep it what you doing
Yeah.
today when you on some downtime. Instead of scrolling and playing around on your phone,
You know what
write
I
something
think
down.
I would enjoy more. What I actually started doing is using a recorder on my phone, and I'll be like,
That's the
record
same.
my thoughts.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think
the same
the
thing.
same.
It's
Yeah,
the
you
same
can do
thing.
that.
I
It's the
can go
same
back and
thing.
Listen to my
And you can
thoughts.
go
That's the
back and
same
listen
thing.
to it.
I ain't good with writing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
But you will be surprised once you start. Because I had a couple kids
I used to
in
can
middle
write
school.
better, but once you stop, man, it's be so hard.
I'm
like, to
telling
start
you,
writing
but
back
but
again.
listen,
I feel
you're
like-
not writing nobody
This
a letter.
motherfucker,
You're
this
not,
right here will disable you. This will fuck
Because
your
the
mind up.
phone give you the spelling is too
It
much.
do everything for
No,
you.
Text nothing. I'm talking in there.
Yeah, cause the Trip tell me all the time when I gotta do notes for my clients. Why you don't talk on the phone? Cause I can't. I'd rather type it on the computer or write it down. Because when I write it down, to me, it's solidified. It's there. I can turn the page back and go. I ain't got time for that phone. Go back, find the recording. Which one is too much? But I always recommend journaling is good because you can go back to that date and say, "Yep, because I did this, and that's how I handled it. I'm good with that." And go with it on. Cry about it, turn the page. Hey, Kim Earl, what it do? Kim Earl will be in the building at the end of this month. He got a comedy show coming up next month. Deron said, I have a few composition books for different things. I know you do, Deron. I know you do. Most people that know me,
So many. I start a new book. I ain't even finished the other
so
book.
many people that know me know journaling is the thing because I tell everybody that because it works. It works. It works.
And we gotta
Journaling and
do
shut
that.
down
We
time.
gotta tell each other what works for us, even though it might not work for you, but at least
Right.
tell it so somebody can have some kind of avenue for
Yeah, and
release.
everybody have a different avenue to try.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good thing. I really appreciate you coming in here today, and I can't wait to see you Wednesday at the in Monette. I will send you a wedding invitation, so please stop trying to holler. You flick your tongue one more time, we beefing. No, but no, I really appreciate you coming through because you was actually working and still came through. Got lost, phone died. You went through some
As soon as I
changes.
pulled off, the phone died. But I'm telling you, thing is the best thing.
Watch, he got the GPS on the watch and got
So
here.
how you feel when you seen that
When I
motherfucker?
lose it,
You
I
felt
constantly lose it. I can hit this.
You was
Right.
On, you
You
was on
good
your
to
maximum
go.
smart shit when you
Man,
seen
money
all that
well
shit.
spent.
Look at them, Monette gonna go flick her tongue again. Monette, stop flicking your tongue at my husband, all right?
Yeah.
No, but for
Crazy,
real.
man.
Okay, she said, the way my A did, the way my ADHD not gonna work
I got
with the
that
book.
bad, too.
So she said she got ADHD, so it don't work for her with the book.
Real bad.
And a lot of people like that. But that's where you will find your calm. ADHD is off the chain for most people, but I'm telling you, take a walk.
Can I
through
talk
your
about that real
community.
quick?
Yeah,
Can I say
yeah,
before
yeah.
we get out of here?
Yeah.
It's actually it's not as bad as you think. It's just the fact that you supposed to be functioning on a higher level.
And you not working in
That's
that
what it
level.
is.
Yeah, because you just
Yeah, it's like our chemistry and our body chemistry, the way we are as the people that we are, we supposed to be doing a different.
Something.
So you gotta, and this like I'm quite sure you probably already doing it. You doing multiple things. You into this and because that's what's going to help balance you out. You know, it's just that sometimes learning how to control it is when you on your downtime. When you ain't got nothing going on, you chilling, whatever. You gotta learn how to get your mind right then, because that's when it really bothers you.
So what I'm practicing in therapy is like one of my exercises, like to keep just doing the same thing, the same way. Start trying to do patterns because I'll be doing this, but this gonna lead me to that right there. Then I'm gonna do this, and this, and then I'm this, and then I done forgot all about all the other shit. So
you do this and you stick with it. Stay with that. Write in your journal. Tuesday I finish blah blah blah. Because I'm telling you how important the journaling is, because you can go back and you can tell yourself Tuesday I ain't finished this, but I'm on this. And people ask me, why you do so many jobs? Because I will not claim ADHD.
And this another
Sam
part of
put
it.
me
And
in
they need
a
the
hard work
attitude.
after October.
Meditation, man. We got this thing where we thinking it's Buddha and nah, man. Just sitting still, being quiet is meditation.
You gotta practice it.
Yeah,
I got up to like a half an hour where my mind was gone, right? And I was reading a book and tell me how like to count your breaths.
Yep, the breath, the
From
one
1 to
nostril,
10.
the whole.
And then if you lose the count or your thought drift off, start back to 1. So I was doing that for a minute until I could just
because it's not what people
These
think.
are all the coping
Crazy.
skills that I give my clients.
serious.
The breathing techniques.
But you gotta get it. You
calm.
gotta.
It's like anything else. You ain't gonna jump in there and be a pro.
Gonna come.
Yeah.
You just gotta dismiss
But
it.
and then this is another part of meditation. When those thoughts come, entertain the thoughts.
Oh yeah.
That's a part of meditation, because we just got this thing where we in this form and we in this deep set. No, sometimes just sitting still, being
Sometimes sitting still is your best. Monette said, I tell people all the time when I'm working, I need the noise. And Monette, that's understood, because sometimes you just got to have music playing in the background. Like I'll come in here sometimes and just zone out in the music, and I can run. If Trip not
50,000
here,
things. Yeah,
I
you
can
doing
run
50,000
the
things.
boards. I got the cameras. I got this. I'm doing the interview. I'm taking out
For
notes.
instance, moving from the city to suburbs or county will fuck with you, because you used to all of the noise, the sound, you know what I'm saying?
And
you
people
get
say
somewhere
that
where
all
it's
the time.
quiet, you be like, you feel like something wrong.
I
You know what
can't
I'm
do
saying?
it.
Like, what the fuck? Hey, it's too motherfucking quiet.
I
over
will
here.
not
Yeah.
move to the suburbs for nothing. And everybody keep asking me like, V, how you live right here? Because I live in here. Once I lock my door, shut the windows, I don't
You
hear
used to
nothing.
it.
And
You
I'm
used to
good,
it.
and I rotate well in that sense. I'm good in that space. So it's all according to not what other people tell you to do, but just take a little piece from each thing. Before you know it, you're doing everything. The summer coming, I'm going to have shea butter on sale, alcohol on sale. I'm already like got shows set up in the park. Trip, bring your van of cigars. I'm telling you,
crabs and what?
I am
Crabs
on
and wine or something.
all of that. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to go to Drill.
What is it? Sundress and sangria trip?
I ride past it all the
We
time.
we're going to do the sundresses and sangria. We're going to do a show. We're going to be everywhere because I don't have a moment to keep still.
Mike Willis said, brother, I just listening to your testimony got chills. Glad to see you home. Continue your blessings and success to you.
Absolutely. Thank you, bro.
Man, Mike.
I think that's a good way to go.
We get ready to jump off here. I gotta go to this damn meeting, man.
I'm gonna have some fun this summer.
Sign us out of here, V.
Yes, and the thing is, the good part about it is when you want to speak out and you want to come to something, you know the lady that owns the place. Hello. There she go. And there you go. So we'll always here. Even if Trip say I can't make it, XM, I'll be right over there. I had 2 cameras set up.
Over there, right,
it's going to work. Whenever we needed to work. So Monette saying a lot of things. Monette, we about to go, but she did say that Lord, I wouldn't get past number 3 with the breathing techniques. You would, Monette. I can inbox you. You know what you guys show me for me to tell you. She said, oh my God, yes, I have to sleep with my TV on. Don't do that because that give you bad dreams. Let me let you know that. She said it took me a while to get used to the silence because the silence was too loud. But it's some things you can do, Monette. I got you. But Monette was the one with the video call, right? So Monette, you know what I need. Other than that, you're a free client. I ain't even going to charge you. I don't even want your insurance info. I just need that. She know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. This has been your girl, Miss V, Big Mouth, on the wheels of steel. Let me give y'all a rant real quick. 1, 2, checker. Mike said, no, I ain't going to do all that. We actually went 12 minutes past our hour. This has been Straight Talk with your girl, Miss V.
And your man, Samuel Speaks from the Bro Show.
Money McGinnis.
Mr. McGinnis is in the building, and we will all be at the, I forgot his address, but I'll get it and I'll post it next week, Wednesday.
Way is, Lakim joined us Preakness Way, and Knowledge joined us at the Y on Drew Hill.
On the 3rd floor. Yep. They're both at 6 o'clock. We'll be at both of them, and we'll stay an hour. We're not going to stay there a whole 2 hours. We're going to be there an hour, and we're going to give y'all some real talk from everybody.
Whole 2 hours.
There we go. There we go. So the whole 2 hours.
That's what's good. That's we need that.
This girl just said we ain't gonna run up the insurance.
Y'all know how therapeutic.
I want to say this before we go.
Yes.
These platforms and like this because I noticed that my family. I've done like 2, 3 podcasts before, and I noticed the family not watching. I think that all of our family members need to watch these podcasts because it's a lot of information.
Just get an understanding of you yourself,
not just hearing it from me.
Yeah,
right. You got to hear these other dudes' perspectives too because my family just think that it's me. Like I'm just selfish. I just want to run them, but it's really not that. You gotta really get to know us because they strangers. All them strangers.
Yeah.
My mother,
honestly, that's what that is.
And we talking 32 years away from family, so all of this is brand new. He only 7 months. You know what I'm saying? It's all new. It's all new. Even with Lakim, he said the same thing. He been home 2 years and stuff still odd to him. So it's really important. So I hope everybody, if you can't come out and have a seat and join the group, tune in because that's what we here for. Y'all know a lot of times Miss V might say your boyfriend ain't no good, you ain't sexing them right. We had them kind of conversations too, but right now
we had some real life shit too.
We had some real shit too. But the next 2 weeks we're gonna give y'all what y'all missing because like Tammy, she need to hear from brothers who are in jail and how her being a mother home. Going through stress, going through anxiety, and her child gone since he was 14. So we want to get everybody's story in.
We can help navigate some stuff.
Yes, sir.
We already went through.
Monette, he is not coming and staying to you. Stop.
You gonna come wash me?
Oh no, she won't stop, yo. She won't stop.
Monette, let us get out of here, V. I gotta get to this meeting, man.
All right, y'all. Straight Talk with Miss V, with Mr. Guinness and Sam from the Bro Show, and Big Fella from the Park. Pig.